Hello and welcome to the MHS Rewind studio on the campus of Martinsville High School for the 9th episode of Inside Martinsville Football. Today I'm here as always with Coach Duggar. And Coach, we got a couple of weeks to catch up on. 2 weeks ago we traveled to Mooresville and beat the Pioneers. And then last week we took our first loss of the season to Plainfield. So how are you feeling after this week?
Oh, well, I mean, good and bad, I guess. Anytime we finished the season 8-1, we conference champs, co-champs. Unfortunately, we didn't finish that out against Plainfield and make it where we were the lone champion. Right. But you got the M Trophy back here as well. So a lot of good, a lot of things we got to get better at. But overall, a great regular season. 8-1 is about as good as you can do. 9-0 is the best, and we're right there. So very proud of you guys and the season we had. And going back-to-back mid-state champions is a big deal. We're one of the smaller schools in this conference, and soon to be the smallest school in the conference. And to be back-to-back champions against a bunch of really good 5A, 6A football programs is a big deal.
Yeah. So we'll jump right into that Plainfield game. How do you think the offense and defense performed? I know it wasn't our best game, but how do you think they sort of rallied back and sort of tried to
Yeah, well, I thought offensively we played pretty well. There's still a couple things here and there that we should have cleaned up. We had a drive going early in the second quarter that stalled out, and then we had another drive in the second quarter where we had a pass pro situation where we gave up a sack on fourth down that ended that drive. So other than that, though, I thought our offense played really well, made a lot of great plays, kept us in the game. Defensively was not our best night. We got to be better. We know that. Our kids know that. Our coaches know that. It really comes down to doing our job. And when we do our job, we're pretty good. We're pretty sound, and our kids fly around and make plays. When we're trying to make plays, or we're kind of not being gap sound and holding our gap integrity, we give up big plays. And Plainfield's a really good football team. They run the ball really well. They're going to challenge you in that for an entire game, and we just didn't do a good enough job holding up. And special teams was an issue as well, too. That was, we pride ourselves, this as well. We pride ourselves on winning special teams. And that's the first time this year we've lost special teams. So I felt like that was a contributing factor as well.
So we'll jump right in and play some of those highlights presented by Carl Van Deventer on that Plainfield game.
I thought we got out to a really fast start. First drive was great. I thought we were just, splicing them up, for a lack of a better way of saying it, running the ball, throwing the ball. Nice throw there from AJ to Draven, big gain, and come back here, and AJ to Hunter. And we were just, 7, 8, over and over again, yards, marched all the way down the field. And that's a great way. You're talking about a big game like this. That was something we really wanted to do, is get off to a fast start. And we're a good job there by AJ finding Hunter on that little sling coverage they run there, and took advantage of that early, and then little option game there with AJ and Hunter in the run game. And AJ gets in the end zone there. Like I said, quick start. I think it was like a 4-minute drive right down the field. We go for 2. We get it here. Nice little sprint right, throw back to Mason. Mason makes a good catch here, and we're up 8-0. You can't picture a better start than that when you talk about like a conference championship game. And then they come out, and I think the first 2 plays are great defensively. We're doing our job. We're flying around. We stuff them back-to-back plays, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and 10, and they pick up the first down, and that was kind of where things kind of really started falling apart a little bit as far as doing our job and holding gap integrity. So, again, though, I thought we did a good job staying in the game and moving the ball offensively. Great throw there by AJ and Hunter. Seen that a lot this year. And then nice to see Chuck get us a field goal here. I think this one actually gets tipped, and that's why it hits the bot. They barely gets through there, but somehow it was good. I don't know. I saw it pop up. I don't know how it went through, but again, though, we saw some things in coverage we really liked. AJ to Mason there. Mason Dotson there, and some things we thought we could take advantage of, and I thought we threw the ball really well. I think we threw for 400 yards, cutting 3 touchdowns. So throwing the ball wise, pass game was really on point, really. And then it's when you see guys doing their job, you see 3 or 4 blue jerseys there making a tackle, and maybe that's part of the problem too. Maybe we shouldn't be in the blue jerseys. Maybe we should go back to the red and gold. But be a lot of people happy about that. But Landon Casey stepped up big. He had a great game, filling in. Austin was out. Sophomore coming in, making some good runs. Great catch here. Just all around, played really well for a sophomore in his first varsity football game. I think he finished with like 50 on the ground and 70 through the air. So if you're getting that kind of production from a sophomore, that's a big deal. Big play there for Josh Jones. A little goal line rub action there to get him the ball in the flat. AJ did a good job putting it where only he could catch it, and just, again, just being efficient on offense and taking what's given to us. This was a big play here, getting the big stop there, but unfortunately we got a penalty at the end of the play, so that kind of hurt us a little bit, gave a first down up there. But I thought Josh had his best receiving game of the year. They kind of let him get free in the middle there, and I think we hit him 3 or 4 times. Just a big job, good job by Josh. But yeah, here's Landon again out in the flat, getting the ball out to the sophomore, letting him go make some plays. And like I said, overall, he played really well. Nice catch there by Hunter and AJ. They've done that quite a bit this year. I know Hunter's up there for receiving in the state this year. I think he's got up to over 90 catches now. I think 1,300 yards or something like that. So, great year for Hunter. AJ's right there with him. He's thrown for over 2,200 yards, and at the same time, I think he's rushed for almost 400. So, great year by both those guys, and we hope that continues in the playoffs here. Again, like I said, Josh was something that was there, really worried about Hunter as the game went on, really started helping over top, which really opened up the middle of the field for Josh, and AJ did a good job finding him. And then Lucas Dewey coming in. It's good to see him get in the end zone. Came in when Landon went down, ran the ball hard, and it's always good when he gets in the end zone and kind of reward him for his hard work.
Yeah, so we had Austin Pryor. He had to step out due to injury. And we've had Landon Casey come in, the sophomore, and Lucas Dewey was able to step up. It's nice when you have multiple running backs, and you talk about depth, and depth's really important.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's nice
that play there, we don't spend a lot of time doing backward laterals. That's just AJ and Hunter making a play there. Again, this is kind of late in the game. We're trying to keep the game going, and Hunter and AJ just making plays to extend things out. They're really tough to stop when they get going. And again, there's double coverage there, and he's still running by it. So nice. It's nice to have those two guys in your offense where you're never really out of a game. The two of them can always make plays and keep us in it. And again, I thought late, the last 2 or 3 drives is like we got back to playing our football and defense, and we forced 2 punts. We were really causing some issues, and it's just doing our job, being in the right place, right time, like we're supposed to be, taking on blocks the right way, flying around, and it's disappointing that it took 3.5 quarters to get to that. We're such a much better defense than that. We've shown it all year, and it was nice to see them show up late, but wish they'd have been there early in the game because I think this outcome would have been a lot different.
So the regular season is done, 9 weeks in the books, put it away, conference champs, back-to-back at that. So something to be proud of, but now it's sectional time. It's week 10, and round 1 we draw Charlestown. We've never played this team before, so we have to go solely off film. So what do you see in this Charlestown team?
Well, they're a young football team. They started a lot of young football players, freshmen, sophomores, junior. They're playing a lot of those guys. They like to try and play physical. They want to load the box up and get as many guys in there, try and stop the run. They're gonna try and pound the ball running on you too. They're gonna be in power I formation. They'll do a little bit of everything, but they really hang their hat on being in power I and trying to run the ball downhill. I expect them to come in, try and play physical. Obviously, they're going to come in with the mindset of just like us. They don't want their season to end. They want to be 1-0 and move on to the next round. And they've got a little bit to play for in the fact they're going to play a highly ranked team and a team that they can kind of shock the state on. So we're going to have to come in and play our brand of football, do what we do, and we're going to have to go 1-0 and survive and move on to the next week.
That's right. So I'll combine these 2 questions here. What is the plan for offense and defense and keys to the game since they are the same?
Well, it's real simple for us on offense. We just got to take what's given to us, identify their fronts, and make big plays. That's kind of our offense in a nutshell. Defensively, it's get back to like I was talking about earlier, what we struggled early in the game, but we started doing as we got into the fourth quarter, which is play gap sound defense, take on blocks the right way, play fly around and make plays. Play our style of football. If we're doing those things, I really, really like our chances. I think we're a really good football team, and we just got to go 1-0 and move on to next week.
So last question before I let you go here. I heard you say it's a new season. It's a new season. You know, sectional time every year. This time of year, you have to have a 1-0 mindset, and that's kind of been our motto. Like, you know, every game, every week, go 1-0. But now it really means something because if we lose, we go home. So how do you get your team in that 1-0 mindset?
Well, I think that's what we do. I think that's the whole mindset of starting that back in April, May, June, July, all that, and everything we do go 1-0 because when it gets to this point in time, that's when it matters.
That's right.
So when we're playing Bloomington South week 2, and all we're worried about is going 1-0 against Bloomington South, and the next week doing the same thing against Greenwood, the next thing against Decatur. That's that same idea of what a tournament runs like. You know, the week before doesn't help you, the next week doesn't help you. It's all about this week right now and the moment you're in. So that mindset's been instilled upon our kids. I feel like they understand that, and now it's just going out and playing our best football every Friday.
All right. Thank you, Coach. That's going to do it here for the 9th episode of Inside Martinsville Football here in the MHS Rewind studio on the campus of Martinsville High School. I would like to thank Coach Doug for coming out and answering some of these questions. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, Maddox Dilly.